Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hi there.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. You wanna add some volume? Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Can you hear me well?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, welcome Ruth and Maggie. Welcome to Samrak Media. A very beautiful day to join with you guys. Happy Mashujaa Day. I don't know whether you guys know what is Mashujaa. Oh, you know, very good. I myself, today for Mashujaa, I put on this sweater or jale or what sweatshirt, whatever you call it. Yeah, I love it. And it also has, can you see, like the brand?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, just to celebrate our heroes. I don't know who your heroes are. Maybe we could start with Ruth. Who's your hero, Ruth?
My heroes are people living with non-communicable diseases in Kenya.
Oh, okay. And your volume is not that loud. Can you add some volume or something?
All the way up. It's all the way up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, much better, much better, much better. And
I'll try shout some more.
Oh, very good. Maggie, who's your hero?
My hero is my mom.
Oh, nice. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Very good. My hero is God. My hero is my family. My hero is my dad and mom. And all my brothers and sisters and my wife too, you know. Let me say, karibuni sana to our viewers.
Asante sana.
To our viewers tonight, we have two lovely ladies. Actually, they're sisters. They look like twins, but they'll tell us more. I sometimes mistake them for each other. Tonight we have Ruth and Maggie. They have a story for us. And I haven't featured them before, but I've been monitoring, or they've been updating me with what's going on in the Kenyan community. They live here in Boston, Massachusetts, in the South Shore area. And we have some good news, and also they'll give us an update on what's been going on. We'll start with Maggie. Maggie, how are you doing?
I am doing okay. I hope you can hear me well.
Yes, I wish you'd add a little bit volume, but that's fine. Yeah. Oh, you're doing well, right?
Yes.
Are you ready for the fall season, or how's your summer then coming to fall season?
The summer with COVID was kind of chilled. Fall is usually, you know, that time of the year where the air is crisp and it's beautiful. The leaves are falling, so it's a good time, especially after the hotness of the summer. So I love it.
Very good.
Looking forward to winter though.
Very good. Summertime, were you able to attend a lot of events or do a lot of events?
No.
Oh, wow. I know. Same here. Although I did a few here, apple picking, and visited a few farms here and there. Yeah, but it was something different. We've never experienced before because of the COVID. Ruth, hujambo or jambo? Nice. You know Swahili, right?
Yes, I do.
Oh, nice. Ruth, you're the one who will start us off. You know, just tell us your name, when you came here, anything else you want to tell us, and then we proceed on to your story. Yeah.
Okay, my name is Ruth Ngwaro.
Yeah, nice.
I came here last year in February.
Yes.
And My story is about being a heart patient or having walked a journey of being born with a congenital heart defect. Can you hear me well?
Yes, yes, continue. Very good. Mhm.
Being born with congenital heart disease and having walked the journey until where I am today.
Very
Yes.
good. When did your parents or your guardians know about your heart condition?
My mom knew about my heart condition when I was 3 months old.
Oh, 3 months, okay.
Yes, that I was back in Kenya.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was taken to hospital at Gertrude Children's Hospital
yes,
where I was seen.
yes,
But due to the standards of health back then,
correct,
they were not able to offer like corrective surgery because now congenital heart disease is mostly comes with malformation of the heart.
correct,
Maybe you have a hole in the heart. Could be there are some switches with your arteries, with your valves, everything.
correct.
Could be they are leaking,
Yes,
Back then, the Kenya we didn't have the capacity, so I had to stay with the condition, being managed
yes,
both in Kenyatta and in Gertrude's
yes,
until I was 4 years old,
yes.
when I was able to get my first surgery, which happened in University of Maryland
Okay,
Hospital here in the US
yes.
back in 1993.
Wow, that's a long time ago. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful, 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 wonderful. Did you ever see Dr. Gikonyo? Because I know Dr. Gikonyo is a very big cardio doctor in Kenya, correct?
Yes, I was under the care of Dr. Gikonyo during the first surgery.
Yes,
Yeah, he was my cardiologist, and he's the one who actually connected us with a group called Heart to Heart
correct,
that was dealing with Black people having heart conditions. So they
correct.
were sponsoring kids.
Yes.
So I was among the first 18 in the world to be sponsored.
Wow, wow, interesting. Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that is how my life changed from then, from no hope to I had my first two collective surgeries back in 1993.
Correct. Wow, wow, wow. Interesting, interesting. Yeah. How has the treatment or technology changed since like 1994 to date? Anything you've noticed with how the professionals have been taking care of you in terms of either equipment, technology, service delivery?
I would say it's a journey.
Yes,
Since, when I was 4, I was under the care of my mom.
yes,
Then from there, having been, you have to undergo like care throughout your life.
correct.
Because now this is a congenital condition. It has to be managed. You have to do follow-ups. So along the way, I had different cardiologists.
Yes,
I had one who was called Dr. Naomi Gashara,
yes,
who was seeing me from age 12. And at that age, I had my second surgery, or I would call it a third surgery.
yeah,
Because when I was 4 years, then I had two surgeries simultaneously,
yes.
like in a difference of 2 weeks. I
Wow.
was taken back to theater, then I had a second surgery.
Yes,
So when I was undergoing the third surgery,
yes,
I was under the care of Dr. Naomi Gashara of KNH.
correct.
Yes. Then after that,
Mhm.
I progressed with the journey, with the congenital heart disease journey,
Yes,
until when I became an adult,
yes,
failed to change from a congenital heart disease specialist to an adult one.
okay,
So that is when I went to, he's called Dr. Bernard Gitura,
okay,
cardiologist in Nairobi,
yes,
also at KNH.
yes,
So those ones are the ones who've been following up throughout my life.
yes,
Yeah. And during my third surgery, which happened in Nairobi, Kenya,
yes,
at Nairobi Hospital,
yes.
it was performed by Dr. J.K. Karaoke, the surgeon.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we have good surgeons in Kenya. At least 20 years after, I was still good.
That's right. Yeah. And explain to our viewers when someone has, you can generalize when someone has a heart condition, either as a kid or a grown up, how do they feel? How do they relate with people in the community or family? What are their challenges? If any, like you can explain to us. Yeah.
Okay, I'll give a snapshot. These I'm giving collectively because back in Kenya, I have started an organization called Kenya Mended Heart Patients Association
Yes.
that deals with like social support of parents whose kids are undergoing the surgery.
Yes.
Most of the times are when they are sent to India
Yes.
for surgery, because kids when they are very small,
Yes.
that surgery is not possible in Kenya most of the times.
Correct.
So they are forced to be sent to India.
Yes.
So the challenge that we have, I'll start capturing from an early age to medium, then to adulthood.
Yes.
So I'll start with the early age. At an early age, when a baby needs an urgent surgery,
Yes.
that means that their heart is not doing well at all. So that means their lips will be blue.
Oh wow. Mm-hmm.
Their fingers will be puffy and blue.
Yes.
They'll be sweating a lot.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
They'll have shortness of breath.
Yes.
So like you find the baby is not able to breastfeed.
Correct.
Well,
yeah.
So those are some of the symptoms in young babies.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. So as you progress or as you grow, it depends now. There are different levels of complications.
Yes.
Like myself, I have 4 holes in the heart and a hole in the mitral valve.
Yes.
But they are very, very many. It's a broad topic, I can't finish talking about it right now if I start.
Correct. Yeah.
So every child is unique in their own way, and symptoms, those are the general ones.
Correct.
But now, symptoms are usually unique at times.
Yes.
Yeah. So at that tender age, when you're very young, that's when mostly kids need like urgent surgery.
Correct. Yeah.
That's why I brought up the issue of going to India when you're in Kenya.
Yes.
Because most of the time, the capacity, we don't have some equipment in Kenya.
That's right.
We don't have the capacity in Kenya. And people are able to go to India easily, though it's expensive.
Correct.
You have to bring that aspect of now the expense part.
That's right. Do you know which machine or equipment we don't have in Kenya?
Okay, I have to talk to the cardiologist. I don't exactly know like what we don't have, but I can always ask them.
Correct. Very good. Very good. Because I also believe
with the organization and see like what is lacking in Kenya that can help these children. Yeah.
Correct. Because I also believe whatever happens in India can also be done in Kenya, right?
Oh, yeah.
That would save us the cost and the flight and the hotel and everything. Yeah. Anyway, let's move over to the real story. 14 days in ICU in Boston.
Yes.
Wow, 14 days in ICU.
Yes.
How did you know you needed to go to Boston, or like how did you get here?
Okay, I got here last year, as I said.
Yes.
But then I just came in. I took the mass health card, went to the PCP.
Yes.
And then the PCP was like, I think I need to send you to a specialist.
Yes.
Though I knew my case, I knew my condition, and my doctor always made sure he gave me my own file. So I had a file of all my medical records and everything.
Yes.
The medication I was taking and everything else.
Yes.
So I was fully equipped. So when I was going to my PCP, I went with a file from my cardiologist from Kenya.
Yes.
So he was like, okay, I'll send you to a cardiologist at the local hospital in Brockton, Signature.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
So that you can get help from a cardiologist.
Correct.
So when I went there, they were like, I think we're going to refer you now to the specialist.
Yes.
At Adult Congenital Heart Clinic in Boston Children's Hospital.
Yes.
So that is how I landed in Boston Children's Hospital.
Wow.
Yes, they have a program for adult congenital heart disease.
Correct.
So they follow up those children who are born with congenital heart disease. They follow them up until they are old. So they have a very comprehensive clinic.
Oh, very interesting. So you've been on medication since like when you were little or something, right?
Yes.
Like every day you've been taking those medications? It must have taken a toll on your family, right?
Oh, yeah. At some point it did. But God, thank God, was
it like
there.
1 pill, 2 pills?
It varied.
Wow. Wow.
Varied. Sengine uko mbaya, sengine uko sawa,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maggie, you want to add on anything?
Yes. I want to add, especially the medication part. So like when the surgery that she got when she was 12 years in Kenya, they replaced her mitral valve
yes.
with an artificial one.
Correct.
People who know her, and she knows a few people here.
Yeah.
They've ever met her, probably they noticed that her heart, you could hear her heart beat.
Oh, really?
And it was beating like a clock, like it was having the click, like for the wall of the wall clock.
The tick, yeah.
Yes. So when you have a mitral valve, what happens? It's a foreign being in your body.
Yes.
So what happens? You have to be put on medication that is called an anticoagulation.
Correct.
Meaning,
yes.
To prevent clots from forming around that artificial thing that you have, any artificial thing that is put in your body.
Exactly.
But especially when it's a valve.
Yes.
So she has been on, they are called blood thinners or anticoagulation medication.
Yes.
Since she was 12 years old.
Wow.
So that is one of the medication that she has been on throughout, never missed it for a day, unless there's lab work that comes with that medication, because they have to check your lab every so often. So when she was back in Kenya, it was more regular. She would go every 3 months. Yes. And they would determine the dosage of the medication they are gonna give her. Wow. That way the blood is not too thin. Yes. And also it's not gonna be on the thicker side, to prevent her from clotting, and also to prevent her from having the risk of bleeding in case she falls or something happens. So it's like you're on that thread where you're kind of trying to find the balance. So that is like one of the medications.
Correct.
Also, something else that happened to her in 2014. Yes. She, on top of the issues that she already had, she developed something called atrial fibrillation, meaning it's called in short form AFib. AFib, yeah. Meaning that her heart had irregular heartbeat. Correct. For people who know anything about the heart, or even sometimes you lay on somebody and you're gonna hear their heartbeat. Yeah. And it's usually very regular, like boom, boom. Like it's very regular the way the heart of a normal person beats. Yes. But when you have AFib, it's gonna be like boom, 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 boom. Like sometimes it's gonna go very fast and sometimes slow. So the heart rate is very irregular. Yeah. So, and also with that, then comes a medication where kind of regulates the heart rate. So then it can be too high. Yeah. A normal heart rate is between 60 and 100. When you have AFib, it can go to 120 or even above. And you can have something called palpitations. Correct, yeah. So yeah, it's a journey. You get a few medications here and there.
Yeah, and what are some of the side effects of the anticoagulants?
So, of course, as they are called, they are anticoagulating. So the major side effect is bleeding.
Oh, bleeding, yeah.
If you cut yourself, you're gonna bleed longer than a normal person. Yeah, because your blood has that anticoagulant. Correct. Meaning the clotting factors are kind of messed up by that medication. So your blood doesn't clot as quickly.
Wow.
So yeah, so you don't want to be in a situation where you cut yourself or something happens and you bruise easily. Like she gets bruises from the smallest thing.
That's right.
If they are taking a blood pressure on her, she can bruise easily from the pressure of the blood pressure cuff. It's the small things that make them bruise easily. And she'll have bruises, you know?
That's right. And then sometimes I hear if someone has like a pacemaker or other equipment going on, like when you check in the airports, sometimes they have to be careful, or you're going for is it EKG, whatever, or something? You have to be a bit careful, right?
Yeah, okay. So that's, she hasn't gotten to that part yet, but because you brought it up, I might as well say it for her. Yeah. So, so as you know, on the 29th is when she went to Boston Children's for her 4th surgery. Correct. I'll just say a little bit of what they did. Yes. First of all, they had to replace the mitral valve that had been put in 20 years ago in Kenya.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
So they removed that one and placed a new one.
Yes.
And also, her aortic valve was very, very narrow. Considering, let's say, for a normal person, that's how big it is.
Yes.
For her, it was very tiny.
Wow. Okay.
So they had to work on it.
Yeah.
Up a little bit more.
Yes.
That way, the oxygenated blood goes to the body is enough to oxygenate all the other organs.
Correct. Yeah.
Also, so those are the two things they did.
Yes.
They also did another procedure called a maze procedure.
Yes.
Which they are trying. As I told you, in 2014, she got AFib, which
Yes.
is the irregular heart rate.
Correct.
So the maze, M-A-Z-E, the maze procedure tries to correct that, the
Yes.
conduction of the heart.
Yes.
The heart is like, it's so interesting. It's like an electrical system.
It is, yes.
And if it doesn't work the right way, then something will be wrong. So they did that procedure to try and correct that.
Yes, wow.
So that is what happened on the 29th.
Wow.
So after the procedure was done, and she was out of surgery, the following day, they had to also try and they do a lot of things to try and get you out of that irregular heart rate.
Correct.
The maze procedure, which was done in the OR, her surgery took, everything included, her surgery took around 7 hours on the 29th.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
So the following day, they did a procedure called a cardioversion, where they shock the heart to also try and get it out of that irregular rhythm.
Correct, yeah.
And after all these things were done, unfortunately, they were able to get her heart out of the irregular heartbeat.
Yes.
But then she developed, I don't know whether to call it a complication, but she developed something called a complete heart block. So the heart has two chambers. There's the atria, which is the upper part. There's the ventricle, which is the lower part.
Correct.
So a complete heart block, meaning the conduction system is not the upper part of the heart and the lower part of the heart, they are not communicating as they should.
Correct.
So when she developed that,
yeah,
they had to place a temporary pacemaker on her.
Yeah.
And they figured probably she developed that from the trauma of the surgery with everything they had done during surgery.
Especially the maze,
Exactly. So what ended up happening is they said, okay, let's give her 7 days to see. Sometimes you can come out of the complete heart block on your own without anything.
Correct.
So they said, let's wait and see whether she can come out of the complete heart block. And so her heart was not pacing itself. It was being paced by the temporary pacemaker.
Correct, yeah.
And so they gave her time. She started recovering other things, but still she was in the complete heart block.
And this was still in the COVID season?
Yes, it was like 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately after the surgery.
Yeah.
And so after the 7 days, they went again and they realized that the heart is still not pacing itself. So the plan was to go in now and put a permanent pacemaker.
Yes.
Because she wasn't getting out of the heart block.
Yes.
Even after they gave her heart time to heal.
Yes.
She was still in that heart block.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
So they decided to go in again.
Yes.
Which was a lesser procedure than the surgery that she had gotten on the 29th.
Correct.
And on October 12th, they took her again to place a pacemaker on her, which is now more permanent because you had brought up the issues of pacemaker.
Yeah.
So now she will have to deal with the things that come with having a pacemaker.
Oh, wow. So now, as we're speaking, she has a pacemaker?
Yes.
Wow,
so she has a pacemaker, right?
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Pacemaker is pacing her heart. So they set the pacemaker at the lowest, is it 70? 80. So they have set her pacemaker. So the way the pacemaker works, it's set at a certain rate.
Yeah.
Her lowest is like 80.
Yeah.
And her highest is like 150.
Okay.
So her heart can never go below that. If it does, the pacemaker kicks in and paces the heart for her.
Wow. And do they have like to change the battery or whatever?
Yes, but yeah, the battery can be changed. It
How
depends
often?
on how often your heart is needing to use the pacemaker, because it might not use it all the time.
Oh,
But
okay.
the battery can be changed like 7 to 10 years.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that is kind of like a summary of what happened. But you can ask questions. I'll do a little bit more of the talking, because when she was talking, I could hear that she was getting a bit tired from talking.
Yeah.
So,
Maggie, you're very detailed. It's like you are actually there or something.
I was there every step of the way.
She was there every step of the way.
Wonderful.
Me and my mom.
Yeah.
So are you a nurse? I don't know. Are you a doctor, whatever?
Yes, I am a registered nurse.
Oh, that's why maybe you know all this stuff. Interesting, because the language you are using is not for ordinary folk, right?
But I hope I'm trying to make it a little bit.
Oh yeah, no. We understand. Yeah.
So like somebody who may not be a nurse or in the medical field, I hope they understand. I'm trying also to use the layman's language.
Exactly, and also like I don't know whether you guys know Dick Cheney, Vice President Dick Cheney.
Yes.
Former Vice President Dick Cheney. I think in the Bush era, he's had a pacemaker for the longest time ever. So
yeah, you can live with a pacemaker for the longest. It doesn't limit you. So and for people who even have met my sister,
yes,
they can tell you, you don't meet somebody and they start telling you their problems. So most of the people never knew that she had any issues going on, because you wouldn't even know by just meeting her.
Exactly.
She is the happiest, most, you can even tell she was literally just discharged from the hospital today.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
You wouldn't tell, because
you can't
she's a ray of sunshine. She's smiling all the time.
Nice.
So,
okay, sorry to ask. Let me ask this. Who's like, how many years are you guys apart, and who's?
You can guess who is older.
Who is older? What do you think?
No, tell me the years apart. I'm not so interested in the age.
2.
Oh, 2. Oh, no. You guys, okay, like you're very close and you guys almost look alike. That's why I'm like, okay. But you don't ask a lady her age, correct? Nice.
And you don't point out who is older.
Oh, I point out?
Uh-huh.
Let me not do that right now, right? Right? Yeah, but I think it's you, right?
Who, me?
Oh, yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
You got it right. Everybody gets it wrong.
Everybody gets it
really?
wrong. Everybody thinks I'm older.
Oh, no.
That makes me feel good.
No, age is just a number and everything. And you guys are sisters, so it's not a big deal. So you find yourself in Boston.
They're losing you a little bit.
Huh? So you find
yourself. Lost you for a minute.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can you
but
hear
you're
me?
back. You're good.
You're good.
So you find yourself in Boston Children's Hospital. You didn't know you're gonna be there for 14 days.
No,
I was actually there for 21 days.
20, not even 14 days, 21 days.
ICU is where I was for 14 days.
So how is ICU for them that have never been to ICU?
Oh, wow.
I know it's a hard question, and we'll try to be sensitive and everything, but and Maggie, you can also let us know like what was going on in your mind. Did you have the right support for her? And especially now that there were COVID restrictions in the hospitals,
I can say a little
work and that kind of thing. Let's start with Maggie, and then we come back to you, Ruth.
Okay, no problem.
So this is the restrictions that are going on because of COVID. When you have somebody in the hospital right now, okay, let me just speak to Boston Hospital, Children's Hospital, because I don't know about other hospitals.
Yeah.
They were only allowing 2 same visitors for the whole time you're in the hospital. There is no switching or anything.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
So when the doctor said that she needed surgery,
yes,
and of course we planned ourselves, and you know, we were asking, so how long do you think she's gonna be in the hospital? And
Yes.
they were like, you know, 5 to 7 days and she should be out.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
of course, it didn't turn out that way because of all these other things that had to be done.
Yeah.
So myself and my mom, Mary,
Yeah.
we are the two people who were visiting her.
That's right.
And me and her would be there for the whole day.
Yes.
And one of us would leave and one of us would stay for the overnight.
Wow. Wow. Mhm.
So she never slept, not one night by herself. She stayed for 14 days. She was in the ICU.
Thank God for
and
sisters. Yeah. Mhm.
And for 7 days, she was in the step down unit. She left ICU last Tuesday and she went to the step down unit for 7 days. So this is how we were doing it. Me and mom, we were interchanging. Whoever sleeps over this night has a break the following night, but we are there with her, both of us, the whole day. So both of us did not go to work for you know, for especially for mom, she did not go to work.
Wow.
Or
Wow.
for the 3 weeks that she was in the hospital. For me, I had to go back last Thursday and mom stayed with her because now she was getting better.
Wow.
So I had to go back last Thursday. I worked like 2-3 days, but then mom had her own health issues going on yesterday. So I had to step in. But it was, this is what I'll say. I thank God that we are here with her.
Yeah.
Because when I was in there, I was just thinking about the parents, because mostly Boston Children's, it's mostly for, there are a lot of kids.
Exactly.
So when you think about the mom and the dad who have a child there, the hospital is only allowing 2 visitors.
Correct. Yeah.
Imagine how tough that is for parents who have other children.
Exactly.
And maybe one of their child is in the hospital. So for us, we were a bit lucky because, you know, personally, I don't have kids, you know, so it was only that I didn't go to work.
Correct.
But also, let me talk about support and prayers. And I'll put your mom.
That's
Your mom-in-law.
Yes.
Oh my God, the prayers. She would
thank you.
call us almost every day and we would pray together.
Wow.
And so many of our friends, I don't want to mention their names, but they know themselves.
Exactly. Yeah.
Who would support us in huge ways. So sometimes we would be in the hospital and we are so tired, and a friend would pay for a hotel for us. Whoever is not staying overnight at the hospital, go and stay at the hotel. Our family, we have an amazing family. We have our brothers. They chipped in a lot in terms of support, calling us. We would have Zoom calls with them because you know they wouldn't come to see her, and most of them are far away. We have our big sister who is here, and I felt so bad for her because we've all grown up together. Correct. But she wouldn't come see her own sister, so we would call her with WhatsApp on video.
Correct, yeah.
All the time. And I thank God because God gave her the peace that she needed, because for the most part of the 21 days, she was home by herself.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Because mom and I were in Boston most of that time.
Correct.
I only came home twice.
Yeah.
So, and God has been there for us. I can not even boast enough of how we have seen God come through for us. Our friends, we have the most amazing friends. They know themselves. We can call them in the middle of the night and they'll drive here like crazy, you know? So we are blessed.
But we also thank God, like your, let me say your like insurance paperwork was okay. And maybe you also, you had to pay out of pocket or something?
Oh, no. So yeah, she did have insurance.
Yes.
There's the copay. TAFs.
I was using TAFs Health for the Mass Health Connector.
Yeah, for the Mass Health.
Yeah, very good. Very
portion
good.
where you pay.
The portion where you pay a certain amount
per month.
That's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think I'll just have a little bit of.
She'll have to pay some money,
amount.
But we are yet to get the bill. But I don't think it will be like a crazy amount
Correct.
Imagine
Wow,
the
wow.
people in Kenya who don't have insurance.
Actually, even right here in the US, there are people who don't have insurance. There are people who don't have even whatever that needs to be needed to get that insurance or whatever it is, So thank God, like, he had gone before you guys,
100%.
prepared the way for you guys. Yeah. So back to the same question to Ruth, like, you find yourself in Boston Children's. Is it the one in Longwood?
Yes.
300
Yes.
Longwood, Boston. Yeah,
Yes.
I've been there once or twice. You find yourself in that hospital. You've never been there. Have you been there before?
Yes, I was going to see my cardiologist there. He's called Michael Sang.
Oh, okay.
He's one who was following up until now the surgery with her medical assistant. Her name is Nancy.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
were they telling you, like, we're gonna take you for whatever? Were they telling you what's gonna happen next?
Actually, they literally did everything for me. They
Oh.
could just call me, tell me, you need to show up at Children's Hospital at this time, you have this test.
Yeah.
And then everything else they could process. My work was just showing up and getting it done.
Wow.
It was very, very efficient.
Okay, what of that night they told you you're gonna get into ICU? Were you like, why was it like, were you able to make any decisions, or you just found yourself there, or your sister made that decision for you?
What happens is, before you go in for any surgery,
Yeah,
you go for the paperwork before.
correct.
So I went for the paperwork on 28th of September.
Yes.
So I sent all the necessary paperwork. So
Why were you scared? Because, to be honest, anything could go wrong, right? Right, Maggie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, honestly, like, okay, I don't know for you guys or whatever, but for a regular guy, you hear the word ICU, you're like, oh my God, right?
Yeah, but actually, from having past open heart surgeries, I knew ICU was inevitable.
Yes.
So that's where you get first after the surgery.
Yes.
So in my mind, I knew like that is how the events are going to follow up.
Correct. Yeah.
From the operation room to ICU, then to the step down unit, which is the ward now.
Wow.
And maybe to just remove the stigma from the word ICU.
Yeah.
So I think it's usually different from different people.
Yeah.
Because even though you're in the ICU, I think by day 4 you were already up and walking.
Yes, and I was on my own.
So ICU means you're critical because you need that critical care.
Yes.
But it's not like you're in bed connected to tubes and all that the whole time.
Thank you for correcting, because that's a picture that comes.
Yes, that's the picture that comes in mind, but that happens only just a very small percentage of the time.
Exactly, yeah.
Because the moment, like for her, after the surgery, that was on the 29th.
Yeah. Yes,
she had all these tubes, but they were removed the next day in the afternoon, and that's when she was able to wake up and talk. So it's not like she is in this state of not knowing where she is for all those 14 days.
Wow.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Also, another thing is that when you have an open heart surgery,
yeah,
they put tubes in you, like literally 3 tubes to drain like water or blood from how they worked on your heart and all that.
Yeah.
So when you're in the ICU, you have to stay in the ICU because you have those tubes draining, and she can tell you she was in so much pain. Like, so
she even went for blood. She even went for blood transfusion, right? Or she was given more blood, right?
Okay. She was actually, surprisingly, during her surgery, she didn't need to get any blood.
Oh, interesting.
She did. But let me finish.
Yeah.
During the surgery itself, she didn't need any blood because her blood count was fine.
Correct, yes.
But afterwards, as the days were progressing, she actually got blood yesterday.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yesterday was the first time that she needed blood because her blood count was going lower and lower and lower. So she got blood, but she got it yesterday.
Oh, oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Yes,
Nice,
but
nice.
during the surgery, the surgeon was like, she didn't even need blood. She was totally fine without the blood because her blood count was still okay.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to be honest, like a heart, anything to do with the heart is like very tricky, very medical.
Exactly, and that is why she spent so much
And
time.
honestly, like for me, I don't know, with my limited knowledge, like the heart is like one of those organs you're like, this one is huge, right? I'm like the heart, kidneys, the brain, the liver, those are like the
Major
big
organs.
so once they touch your heart, it's like a big whatever. Wow. So like, does she have like a cardiac diet, or not really, or what happens like?
Yes.
In her
So
situation?
right now, so what happens is like, so the other thing that actually kept her longer at the hospital is that she had this extra fluid in the body, in the vascular system of the body.
Yes.
And they were giving her this medication called Lasix to enable her to pee out all this liquid.
Exactly, yeah.
And the moment you're given, for those who knows the Lasix,
Yes,
it takes everything, even all your important electrolytes,
correct,
which are so important to your heart. We are talking about potassium, magnesium, even sodium. All of these things have been low for quite some time throughout her hospitalization. Because what they are trying to do, yes, they are trying to get rid of this extra fluid. Because
yes,
if you have extra fluid,
yes,
you're overloading the heart, and the heart is already, such a volatile, like it's so fragile.
correct,
Because
yeah,
they just did surgery. So you don't want to overload the heart with all this extra fluid. Like her legs are puffy and all that. So for her diet, it was more of having things with a lot of potassium, a lot of these very important electrolytes, a lot of sodium, because she was peeing out all the sodium.
correct.
And so what ended up happening, because the first week was very tough for her in terms of eating.
Yes.
She had the worst nausea ever. Like
Wow,
she
wow.
was the sensation of wanting to throw up. She was throwing up, vomiting.
That's
and so she wouldn't keep anything down. So she wouldn't get these electrolytes through diet because she couldn't eat.
Yes.
So they had to replace them through IV, potassium, and all these things. And then the potassium would give her even such bad nausea. I can tell you for sure, the first time she had like a good, complete meal was yesterday.
Wow.
She has been throwing up, gagging, and all that stuff. So right now for her diet is just to have things with high potassium, things like avocado, it has high potassium, bananas, or kiwi, these things. So she's incorporating that.
But they also say too much banana is not good, right?
For her, she hates bananas, so we don't have to worry about that.
Wow, interesting.
Everybody in the world is gonna know I hate bananas now.
Yeah, she hates bananas. So
wow, interesting. And what of the water intake? Is she on like a fluid restrictions or just?
Actually no, she's not on a fluid restriction because the whole time she was in the hospital, she was just taking her fluid. She loves her water. She has to kind of regulate it a little bit.
Yeah.
But she's not that badly off because now she's doing much better.
Oh, wonderful. What of exercise after the surgery?
They just
exercise that part.
Yeah, so they just connected her with a group of people, an organization that deals with, at Boston Children's, that deals specifically with exercise after surgery. So you can't do it on your own. You have to go, they have to connect you with machines. They have to watch how much you can handle. And then they'll just walk with you. Probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks, she will start the program and she'll be going maybe twice a week and go from there. But they walk with you. They give you all these resources. They never leave you. Like the fact that she's discharged doesn't mean like they're done with you. She has a ton of follow-up appointments and all these things to help her go back to her normal self. She'll eventually go back to work and her life will be just normal like yours and mine.
That's right. Let me take you back to the hospital. Why Boston Children's? Why not Brigham? Why not MGH? Why not Leahy? Why not Tufts? There's Tufts Hospital, right? Like what was so special? Okay, I don't know.
You're looking at me and you're like, you're not a child. Why are you in a children's hospital?
Yeah,
right?
Not even that, but why children's? Why not?
The reason is
hospital. Why not? You know.
The reason is Boston Children's Hospital specializes with congenital issues.
Oh,
That means if you're born with a condition as a baby,
yes,
they'll follow you up until you get to adulthood and you go on.
Oh, okay.
So they have a special clinic or a special unit. The Heart Center of Boston Children's Hospital deals with now from age 0 to whatever, maybe 100 or more, if you have a congenital heart condition.
Correct.
They'll follow up with you or any other congenital condition. That means if you're born with any defect, let's say sickle cell anemia, let's say what else?
Down syndrome. It could be anything.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
So they always follow you up until you're adulthood.
Oh, nice.
So they have that special unit for now. They have a special health center. And they have now the adults coming.
And if I may add, I know to what she said, these issues are so specific to being born with them. It's just that they are correcting them as you grow up, as opposed to a grown-up who gets a heart attack and they have to go in and do like a cabbage or something.
Yes.
That person will go to Brigham and Women or some other hospital.
Remind me what a cabbage is.
I know, yeah. Use a cabbage.
Skuma. So I mean, if you get if you need something that even there are people who need a pacemaker, but it's not because that they were born with any issue.
Correct, yeah.
Just because that their heart conduction is failing them when they are older. So they'll go to those hospitals because it's not a condition they were born with. Correct. But when you're born with a condition, the doctors there have seen it all and they know how to fix it as you grow.
Wow.
I know so many people when we had the Zoom prayers before she went in for the surgery, and I know
I can't hear you.
We had written there, you know, she's going to Boston Children's. So many people are questioning me, like, how old is she again?
I know,
I'm like, she's old enough. I'm not gonna say her age.
And how was the care with the nurses and the doctor?
Oh my God, I have no words. You know, it's the most, the most caring people.
Yeah.
Most loving people.
Nice.
Everybody was amazing. The whole cardiac team.
Yeah, nice, awesome.
I just have no words. It was so amazing.
Is that where there's the Children's Museum, or that's a different place?
I don't know.
You're not sure? Because that's my next store. I was telling my kids, oh, we need to visit a Boston Children's Museum very soon. But I was thinking.
Yeah, we are losing you. We've lost you for a minute.
I was telling my kids.
We've lost you for a minute.
I was telling my kids we need to visit Boston Children's Museum, but I'm not sure that it's in that hospital. But you never know. You never know. Yeah.
I think it's different. There is a children's hospital, I think, and there is a museum, I think. So.
Yeah, I think
it can be the same thing.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. Okay. The other question is there anything like, okay, like now, there are people who don't have family. There are people who've gone or who are in that situation you are in 21 days ago, or when you were born. They're either here or back home. Is there, are there things you went through that you'd not want other people to go through, that you'd want to help or advise or just save them money or whatever it is,
I think I'll advise in 3 stages.
Okay.
Number 1 is being a responsible citizen. The other one is being...
What does that mean?
The stage 1 of being a responsible citizen is whereby I include everybody, including Kenyans in diaspora.
Yes.
As much as you come in diaspora and get the best services, because I got the best services.
Yes.
We forget people back home.
Correct, yeah.
Forget their suffering.
Yes.
we forget the healthcare system is not as good as here.
Yes.
You know, so ni wajibu wetu kama wa Kenya
Yes.
kutetea wenzetu Kenya.
Correct. Yeah.
Because if we contribute the highest GDP
Yes.
in our country,
Yes.
then I think we should have a say.
That's right. Do you have any statistics of like the kids that have congenital heart diseases, or do you have any estimates or like a rough?
I wouldn't have like the exact number countrywide.
Yeah.
But the support group that I ran from Kenya has around 300 members now.
Wow. Okay. And they all have like heart diseases, congenital.
Yes, congenital heart disease.
Okay.
All of them have the congenital heart disease.
Yes.
So what happens is in Kenya, at least they have improved a little bit. We did a lot of lobbying.
Yes.
We did a lot of government involvement. You know, when I was back in Kenya, from 2014 to last year, I was on the ground.
Yes.
Fighting for the rights of these people. Because now we joined hand with everybody else, the cancer survivors, the diabetes, the kidney patients, everybody. We joined hands and now started lobbying to the government.
Yes.
So they can include them in the NHIF.
Correct. Yeah.
So today, if maybe you have family in Kenya.
Yes.
And if they have the NHIF card, the one you pay 500 a month.
Correct.
They're able to get services. Let's say dialysis, they're able to get using that card.
Yes.
They're able to get some other treatments, but they're not covering like in totality.
That's right.
Yeah, for congenital heart disease, they're covering up to 500,000 Kenya shillings.
Okay.
So that means if they cover 500,000 Kenya shillings, and usually the surgeries in Kenya are to about a tune of 1.2 million.
Yes.
So, you know, the gap, the parents have to look for it.
Wow.
And as I said, most of the kids in Kenya have to go to India. For example, during the COVID time, I was going in for surgery on 29.
Yes.
We had 4 other children going in for surgery in India.
Wow, interesting. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they got discharged yesterday with me. You know, they got discharged yesterday, got discharged today.
Wow.
So those 4 kids.
So do you communicate on Facebook or WhatsApp? Is it like a group of WhatsApp or Facebook or Telegram?
The WhatsApp group.
Oh, nice.
For now, it's a WhatsApp group. It's registered.
Yeah.
It's a non-profit making organization in Kenya.
What's the name again?
Kenya Mended Heart Patients Association.
Oh, wow. Wonderful. And you're the president or something?
I'm just a co-founder.
Oh, nice. Nice. Nice.
Not just. That's a big deal.
Oh,
she's too humble. The work she has done, you know, she wouldn't praise herself, but I can assure you.
That's why you have all the care you're getting.
Yeah, the work she has done, I can assure you, she is the most selfless person you will ever meet. And I'll tell you, I'll back it up with evidence.
Yeah.
She is somebody who...
She's about to shame me.
No, she is somebody who thinks about other people before she thinks about herself. And I had told this story during our Zoom prayer meeting.
Oh, nice.
Back when she was in Kenya, this is a non-profit organization. She's on the ground, running it, ensuring the kids. Some of these kids are so poor.
Yeah.
Their parents can't even provide maybe food and all these basic needs, let alone having medical issues on top of that.
Correct.
I remember there was a time she would copper Pesa with M-Pesa, with Mshwari.
Yes.
And she got into so much debt trying to help this kid.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
And my big sister was actually calling me to tell me, I am so stressed. Our sister is in so much debt. She keeps borrowing money to help people and she can't pay because she wasn't working. She was just concentrating on running the organization and helping these people.
Yes.
And, you know, I had to come in and pay the debt for her. But that like, she gives even when she has nothing to give. Like, that is how selfless she is. And I would tell you, whoever is watching this video, if you have a child who has congenital heart disease, definitely get in contact with her. She will help you. She will tell you the right cardiologist to go see, some of the people who have helped her along the way. The
Correct.
officials, she has very good officials back in Kenya running her organization, and she has like Zoom meetings to follow up on everything that is going on. So she
Do
can
they have a
honestly.
website or a Facebook page?
Sorry,
Do you have a
You have a website or Facebook page?
I'm working on the website.
Nice. Mhm.
And that is making it. So I post it for surgery, then I'm gonna finish it up.
Awesome. Yeah.
But we have a Facebook page, Kenya Mended Heart Patients Association. It's under my name.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out.
So,
Wow, wonderful.
So I think when you get Ruth Ngwaro on Facebook, you can get the Facebook page. But it's not as active as the WhatsApp platform because that is where we get to communicate. You know,
Correct.
parents are here. Umeambiwa mtoto wako na need kwenda India in like a week. You don't know where to begin. Huna passport.
Yeah.
Huna pesa.
Wow. Mhm.
You know, we like try to guide them. Tunaambia step 1, go to the ministry of, go to NHIF, get a form, pelekea daktari, ajaze.
But you know, not everybody has NHIF, right?
NHIF is 500 shillings. I know not everybody has.
Yeah.
But
So
they encourage people.
what can you tell, especially diaspora kids who have parents back home and they don't have NHIF cards, yet they can pay for them comfortably? What advice would you give to like guys in the diaspora?
I would say it's not expensive. It's just 500 Kenya shillings.
You should get it.
You should get it.
Get it, yeah. It helps, right?
It helps. And also another thing I would say is if you are able to join hands, and this is maybe the next main project that I will undertake, is mobilizing the Kenyan in diaspora community to lobby for, let's say, people living with non-communicable diseases. I don't want to be mean and say heart patients.
Correct,
because I know that the shoe is pinching us of the same way, you know.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So it's we can lobby that the government pays a little bit more, you know. Tuseme wanalipa bili yote hospitali, unaachwa na bili ya. Tuseme kama unaenda outside the country, unaachwa na bili ya fare. Unaona?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Wow. We'll definitely do another video for the general audience, you know, for the community. You said non-communicable
diseases.
Those ones, yeah. Very good. Wow, interesting. We are almost closing. The other questions I had for you is, what advice would you give? To be honest, Maggie na unajua, there are guys in diaspora. I'm sure you've been here for a minute. There are guys in diaspora. They have no friends. They have no family. Even the mother doesn't know. They haven't spoken for a while in Kenya. So what would you advise to these guys? Now, you know, stuff happens, not just congenital, but stuff develops like a heart attack or whatever it is, and they need care in the hospital. What would you advise, looking at what your sister has gone through? What would you advise them?
I would advise people.
Volume.
So I would advise people, like, it's so important to have a set of friends or people who are close to you. It doesn't have to be a lot of friends.
Correct.
This is what I say.
Yes. Good.
Even if you have 2 friends, and they are true friends, they can help you because they'll pass the message to other people, even if you don't know a lot of people.
That's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not right to segregate yourself. It's nice to belong to somewhere. Somewhere. It doesn't have to be necessary with fellow Kenyans, because some people, I feel like some people are usually so against it. But this is a thing. Belong to a certain group. And not necessarily because you need help from them. Exactly. But that brings you, this life is tough with COVID happening and everything that is going on. It's nice to have somebody to talk to, even with our mental health. And, you know, it's not easy having to, and us, we are a big family. We have a lot of support from family and friends, but it's also taking a toll on us mentally. Yes. And we already have the support. So you can imagine a person who does not have the support that we have. So I can only imagine, but this is the thing. It's good to have a good friend. It doesn't have to be lots of friends, but have true friends, people who are gonna look out for you. They don't have any ulterior motives. You know, people who are honest, people who are there for you genuinely. They're not just there because you're offering something to them. And it's not necessary that you want anything from these people. It's good to have a close-knit family or extended family. I call my friends family because that is what they are, because they do so much more than my cousins or whoever people who are back in Kenya have done for me, because we are not close like that, because we are not physically in the same country, but these are people who are very close to us. So we are blessed.
Very true. And also in our workplaces and also medical forms and insurances, I think there's a place called, is it Proxy? Our next of kin, like someone to be, like now maybe when you are in ICU, if there were decisions to be made, was it her or your mom who was supposed to be making? Guys should know. Oh, okay. Guys should have such.
I gave her the powers to make the decisions.
Nice.
Because she's a nurse of the family.
Good job.
I told Mom, you know what? You have to go with what she decides.
That's right. That's she.
Thank God I didn't have to make
But
any.
thank God I already made all the decisions.
Yeah, I didn't have to make any decisions for her life. But it's good. It's good to have this.
Yeah, and also guys have issues, but when the doctors goes to the record or insurance or whatever, there's no name. Are you getting? Yes, you have friends. Yes, you have family, but there's nobody to make those decisions for you. Correct? So guys should also update their, what do you call them, consent forms or
advanced directives.
Yeah, guys should have those advanced directives. I was looking today at I do some stocks and bonds. I was looking at my portfolio and they were like, please update your beneficiaries or whatever. You know, I'm still alive, but I need to update.
No, it's important to have those tough discussions. It's good to have them.
And also something I would like to add on.
Yeah.
Before surgery, ile unasema haya, okay, now it's happening. I'll not be working for like 6 months. So I started going on shopping for disability insurance.
Yeah.
Guess what in America happens?
If you have a
pre-existing condition,
they don't accept you.
Listen, someone else was telling me, actually, nafikiri early this week, they were telling me, COVID, it might reach a point where insurance will look at your file. They're able to pull your file, right? They're able to pull your file anywhere from your doctors to see whether you have prescription medication or whatever. And if you had COVID, it's going to be a pre-existing. Can you imagine? So your whatever is going to go up. So it's tricky. It's very tricky. Interesting. And then
maybe advise people, if you're working somewhere, you have a good employer, you can always get the disability insurance through the employer instead of getting it personally. So Kenyans should be aware of.
When do you get it?
Like, I'm sorry?
When should you get it?
When you're signing in for the contract or at work. And if there's any Kenyan.
Even when you don't have anything going on.
Yeah, you can have an accident. You can go get a car accident.
Oh, okay.
It can happen to you.
Yeah, unajua, Kenyans tuna ile mentality ya nachukua disability kwani najitakia mabaya. Ama nachukua life insurance kwani nakufa,
I know.
That's very important. If there's anybody who is working here and you don't have a life insurance, you don't have disability insurance, your employer is able to provide those things. Mimi hata nilikuja kulearn story ya employer 3 days to surgery, and they sent me, like, after I sent them a letter like, I'll be out of work for some time, I'm going for a major heart surgery.
Yeah.
They sent me the paperwork. I was like, what? I've been window shopping for disability insurance and I already have at work.
Wow, okay.
So me, I was just amazed. I was like, wow, I didn't know like this advantage was here,
That's
nilipeleka hiyo paperwork hospitali nikaambia haya, sijui ni nini, angalieni mniambie. So they sat down with me, tukajaza na wao, and then they called me. Ile siku yenye niliwekwa pacemaker ndio walipiga simu, and they talked to my healthcare proxy and they confirmed.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's important to have, and some places don't offer it.
Yeah.
But if you don't have any health issues going on, you can easily shop around and get it with a company which offers it.
Yeah.
And it's so important because you never know what happens to you.
You never know.
I take care of patients who are in the wheelchair who had a car accident. Like, God knows what happens to us tomorrow. So it's always good to
let me put you on the spot, both of you, kidogo. Do you have any? Okay, I already have the answer, but it's for the audience. Do you have any life insurance companies you'd recommend that are not too expensive for a few guys, or you just tell them, okay, go ahead.
Personally, I realized I have life insurance through my employer.
Your employer, correct, yeah.
So after I send them the paperwork for the disability, then they told me, hey, I think you'd like to fill up the life insurance one. I was like, wow. You know, I didn't expect it at all because I had taken time to window shop, you know, like talking to people about the insurance, and they were like, oh no, you know, you're high risk, you're going in for surgery, we can't give you, you know, wanakwambia ukikufa tutakulipa, you know.
Maggie, how would you answer that question?
How I would answer that question is, these days life insurance has changed. And there are companies which are out there, and probably if anybody, probably I'll give you my number. I can direct people to somebody who personally helped me.
Yeah.
And you don't have to necessarily get life insurance where you're paying money and that money only benefits whoever is your beneficiary once you die.
Correct,
you can pay money into something that, let's say, come when you're age 65 and God willing you're still around, you can choose to be getting payments, like monthly payments from the money you've been putting away.
Yeah.
So maybe what I can do is maybe I'll give you my number, I'll connect people to somebody who personally helped me, and she's of great help, and that they can be helped out. You can save money for later when you're 70 or 65, you'll be getting a check for like a couple $1,000, depending on how much you're putting away. It doesn't have to be necessary that it's that money unaona ni kama inapotelea, because you're not the one who is gonna benefit. You know,
exactly,
but it has services of your, God forbid if you die, how much do you want to be covered for in terms of funeral costs and all that. So
Prime America is also very good. Actually, I have a friend of mine who does Prime America, and you know, he does a good job. Nice.
People can shop around, go online, Google, and find out. You know.
Nice. This is only part 1. We'll do a part 2.
That's okay.
That's fine.
And I'll have tough questions and hard questions.
Don't worry, I'll have recovered my voice completely.
Today was just a warm-up.
I would have recovered my voice completely, and I'll have more energy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still on the road to recovery.
But I sense the energy. I sense the spirit. You guys are doing well. Maggie, you've done. Maggie and family. Hata ningependa kuona mom. And
she's like, no, she's very shy.
Okay, then just tell her to 1 minute.
Very shy. Come say hi. Okay, I'll take it to her.
Okay.
She is.
Mom, twega riri. Twega tukone ndagika imwe kana igiri. Okay. Ndirakuigua wega biũ.
Okay.
No cokia ngatho. Can I tell you how the journey has been? Just very briefly, you know, and how you thank God where we are today, what you've gone through. Yes. What are you saying? I know you are not ready to talk now. Whatever the Lord helps you.
All right. No jokia ngatho njuge nĩ nyonete Mwathani.
Amen.
Tondũ handũ harĩa ndutĩte nĩ ũndũ wa mũirĩtu ũcio wakwa ũkoretwo na thĩna wa ngoro kuma e mũnyinyi. Na nĩ ateithĩkire he wa mĩaka ĩna agĩthiĩ ngĩmũrehe gũkũ agĩthĩnjwo. Na ngĩmũrehe gũkũ agĩthĩnjwo na agĩka operation igĩrĩ in a period of 6 weeks.
Wow. Hĩndĩ ĩyo warĩ Kenya kana waikaraga gũkũ?
Kũmũrehe ndamũrehete thibitarĩ. Na anyway, ona mandagĩtarĩ nĩ maigaga case yake nĩ too complicated, no Ngai no agĩteithirie, nĩ mahotire kũmũthondeka na tũgĩcoka mũciĩ. Na agĩthiĩ na mbere na kũrikava. Na after that in 93 kwari 1993 tokete January tukiinuka starting of March. In July the same year my husband got sick and died.
Oh, Polly.
So I was left with her and my other two daughters. They were all babies.
Polly.
My oldest was going to class 1. Na ninyonete mwathani tondu ndandekirie ni ahotithitie kurera ciana icio. Na ningĩ ũcio na mĩaka 10 the same problem ya ngoro, akĩanjĩrĩria gũturwo nĩ ngoro, ngĩmũtwara thibitarĩ na akĩrorwo rĩngĩ.
Gertrude.
Kwa Dr. Gikonyo, Betty Gikonyo.
Okay, Betty.
Ndamũtwarĩra ndagĩtarĩ akĩnjĩra ona ti thĩna tondũ rĩu ndawa rĩrĩa ndamũrehete gũkũ atigĩtwo na thĩna wa mitral valve. Akĩnjĩra ona ti thĩna wa mitral valve, ena thĩna ũngĩ ngoro, tiga ũcio wa mitral valve, ena thĩna ũngĩ ngoro. He aortic valve yake he kĩndũ ĩrahinga, kĩramĩhinga, na akĩnjĩra nĩ ekũnid urgent surgery.
Yes.
Akĩnjĩra surgery yake ndĩngĩkĩkĩra Kenya, no tũgeririe gũthiĩ India. Tukigeria India, mathoma report yake makiuga nĩ too complicated, matikwenda kwĩ involve nayo.
Wow, okay.
Ndagĩtarĩ tũgĩcoke gũkũ ndamũrehete America, akĩnjĩra nĩ tũgũkĩgeria, tũkĩgeria gũtũma marũa matiatũcokagĩria. Nĩ ndakĩgiĩkire mũno, no finally nĩ ndonire ndagĩtarĩ akoragwo Nairobi Hospital, etagwo Dr. Kariuki. Na athoma medical report yake akĩnjĩra no amwĩkĩre operation ĩyo kũu Nairobi Hospital.
Okay.
Nĩ akĩheire date ya surgery na mwana agĩthiĩ agĩkwo surgery na ĩgĩtuĩka very successful. Na after that nĩ 2004 Ngai nĩ akĩndeithirie ngĩona chance ya gũka na gũkũ. Na hĩndĩ ĩyo marĩ o primary ngĩũka gũkũ, ngĩkĩhota kũmathomithia, na Ngai arakĩmateithirie othe rĩu ndĩ nao gũkũ.
Amen.
Rĩu macio nĩ maũndũ marĩa ingĩkenera Ngai na at least rĩu onoka gũkũ no arahotire gũthondekeka, kana ndagĩtarĩ nĩ aronire nĩ agĩrĩirwo nĩ gũthondekwo. Na nĩ aragĩkwo operation na ĩratuĩka very successful.
Very true.
Na macio nĩmo ngũcokeria Ngai ngatho na mona njuge nĩ wa magegania na nĩ ndĩmonete.
Mũkĩhoya nĩ verse ĩrĩkũ ũrarũgama nayo ya Bible?
Psalms 91.
Psalms 91. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High. Amen.
Yeah.
Sawa. Thank you muno ma'am. Tũgũthiĩ na mbere gũcokeria Ngai ngatho na the Kenyan community and your friends and family. Tunawashukuru vile wameshikilia Ruth na familia yenu. Okay, thank you. Asante. All right, sawa. I think we've come to the end of the interview. Now, this is only part 1. Once again, thank you very much, Ruth. Thank you very much, Maggie. We'll continue with the conversation some other time. And especially, I'd really want to know how you're doing. Lifestyle, kama una exercise, kama umerudi job, you'll give us that update. Haujarudi job bado? Do they know you're out? Do they know you're
Natoka hospitali leo.
Oh, so maybe another.
I literally got home this afternoon.
And I'm sure you have to get that COVID test before you go in, right?
Yeah, I got a lot of COVID tests. They're not taking chances.
Sawa. Anyway, thank you.
She'll be out for a couple of months.
Because now,
yeah.
Even when you're on a pacemaker, I can't do anything with my right hand.
Yeah.
On my right hand side.
Yeah.
So I have to limit myself. Even kuchukua galoni ya maziwa siwezi inua na mkono hii. Yeah.
Wow.
So I have to limit.
So like, since we don't know much about the pacemaker, now we are closing. Since we don't know much about the pacemaker, are there like 1, 2, 3 things like the community should know about a pacemaker? Or where unajua sisi hatujui? Unajua, maybe I could come with a radio, labda radio now of high frequency, whatever.
Are you asking me to give you a treat?
Maybe like I have a drone. Maybe I'm not supposed to fly a drone kwa sababu ina frequency sijui nini.
Mostly it's like
you should know.
Mostly like, okay, they give you guidelines before you leave the hospital. But kitu kama simu, it should be like is it 6 inches? Like it shouldn't be too close to it, you know?
Oh, really?
So mostly atakuwa na answer simu just to be on the safe side. Use the other side.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
instead of using your, the maybe unfortunate. You imekwa on the right hand side na any right-handed. It might be tricky because you're so used to picking up the phone like
Correct.
that. But these days we have Bluetooth, we have whatever she can. Yeah, she has one of those.
Nimeona kona AirPods na whatever.
Yeah, so she can use it on this. Yeah, she got it as a present.
Very good. Hata iko na noise reduction.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
right now.
Yeah, she can use it on the other side of her ear. That way you don't risk those things. When you're going to the airport to be checked, instead of going with that, because there is that magnetic field.
Exactly.
Tell them to pat you down and they give you a card to show that you have a pacemaker. Give them the card, and instead of going through the magnetic thing where you lift your hands up, you can go and they'll pat you down. So those are kind of like the things you adjust to.
And also, whenever you're going to any hospital, you have to carry your card so that they know what type of pacemaker you have. So like if you're going to your PCP, for example, I'll be going to my PCP.
Yeah.
So I'll go update the type of pacemaker I have and everything. All the details I was given from the hospital.
Na hakuna restrictions on flying or anything?
No. Ni magnetic field peke yake.
Nice.
Magnetic field ndio tu iko na shida.
Nice.
But you know what? They are monitoring my heart using my phone.
Yeah, she has an app on her phone.
There's an app on my phone.
Also in update na kila kitu.
Yes, so wakitaka kujua how I'm doing, they'll just tell me to activate. Sai, imeconnectiwa na simu.
Oh wow, interesting, yeah.
So they're able to monitor me when I'm home, now wako huko.
Wow, do you have a social worker?
Now what happens is like the cardiac team at Boston Children's Hospital, they work so close together.
Yeah.
And they give you guidelines every step of the way.
Very good.
You know, like wamekuandikia numbers, wamekupea booklets. You know, it's so comprehensive.
Nice.
Easy to follow.
And easy to follow. And then they'll call you and tell you, you know, do this and this and this. You need to do this and this. So yesterday they made sure like everything is in place.
Yeah.
They tested, you know, they have to test. They tested the limits. They said they did everything. So they told me you are all set now. So if they need any information, they'll tell me, go to your app, tap. It's connecting through Bluetooth using my phone. So you only relay information evil.
Nice.
It's fascinating what technology can do.
Oh, very good. Anyway, I'll do the final.
Tunatafuta Mkenya creative. Tunatafuta Mkenya creative. Mwenye tuta create pacemaker yenye I need kuchange battery.
Imagine, yeah. You never know.
Kuchange battery bana.
Oh, you have to go through the whatever again, right?
Oh, not the open.
Not the open though.
Yeah, but
it's more, it's not as bad.
Yeah.
It's an easy one.
Never know.
Yeah.
Anyway, our final thoughts. We'll start with Ruth, then Maggie, then Niseme, 1 or 2 things. Final thoughts. Anything in your mind?
Okay. For me, I'll be first of all thankful to God.
Yes.
Because I can only boast of how much He loves me. You know,
exactly.
Having worked with me the whole of that journey.
Yeah.
Provided to my family.
Yes.
Given me amazing friends, and my family have amazing support system of friends.
Yes.
You know, we call them family now. Everybody's family.
Yes.
Even the family back in Kenya.
Yes.
and everybody else, maybe wherever they are in the other parts of the world,
Yes.
we always made sure they checked on us.
That's
So
right.
I want to thank God for that, that comprehensive support system that He provided.
Yes.
And also thanking God for, let me thank on behalf of the other heart patients who were with during the COVID time, for the
Yes.
first lot who went in.
Yes.
The ones who were in Kenya, I was telling you about the ones who went to India.
Mhm.
We were 4 babies. The 3 of them were getting discharged yesterday. One of them is going back for her second surgery.
Correct.
So I also want to thank God for that, because the time we were making prayers for me, I told them, remember, this is COVID time, where I have other 4 kids in my group who we are going to be undergoing
Yes.
the open heart together.
Yes.
So we thank God for the success. These are tough time, to be in hospital and to have your immune down,
Exactly.
and to have, already recovered.
Yes.
I also want to thank my family and all my friends. They have been supportive. Naona mtu anakuja kutembea lakini hatoi mask. And my family wakienda job, they make sure they take good care of themselves.
Awesome.
And we thank God for all that protection.
Nice.
Yes, so that is what I have. And I also have special kind and regards to Boston Children's Hospital Heart Center. There, I was in 8 South and 8 East.
Yes.
Every worker there, from the cleaner, the one who takes the trash, the nurses, the doctors,
Yes.
the nurse practitioners, everybody was amazing.
Nice.
Amazing. I was made so comfortable. I told people, I was calling people when I went down to the step down unit. I was like, I think I'm on a medical vacation here. It was so amazing. And they gave me the best room.
Awesome.
I have the corner office.
Very good. Asante sana.
Yeah, so I thank God for that. And I thank God for them. You can tag them in this video. Boston Children's Hospital Heart Center.
Okay, very good. Yeah.
Yes, I appreciate. They should receive my appreciation.
Yes.
And my love and sincere gratitude.
Yes.
To everybody. Yeah.
Maggie, any final thoughts?
Yeah, for me, it's to thank God for giving us such a wonderful sister. It's so easy to love her and support her and be there for her.
Yeah.
Thank our mom. She has been through a lot. That lady is so strong, and we thank God that she's our mom.
Yeah.
Thank our community, our Kenyan Catholic community, first of all. Those people are just from Lower, Modern, and Queensy. We love you all. They have been there for us. Our priest, Father Jogona, thank you. And all our other priests who are praying with us.
Nice.
And our other friends, they might not be from our Kenyan Catholic community, but from our other friends who have always been there for us.
Yes.
We love them all. They know themselves. I don't even have to mention them. It's
That's
like
right.
all love to them.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, awesome. And also the prayer chain, the one that has been praying, your mom actually kept me updated on the day you're going surgery, the day you came out, how you're doing. I was like, and I knew what was going on. Nilikuwa very much updated. I can only say that God ndio alikuwa anampatia that strength. Anyway, for today, we come to the end of the show. And we're celebrating Mashujaa Day in Kenya, October 20th. I showed you my Mashujaa, right?
Are you selling them?
No, this is for the boss.
I'll get my
to arrange you guys are supposed to get them. I have something else online like t-shirts. So today I can actually say I think Maggie has been your Mashujaa, right?
Yeah, she has been my shujaa today.
Yeah, so today a good ankle for Maggie and the family
and the mom and my sisters and my brothers
and family,
and my stepmom, everybody.
Kina Kurema, right?
Yeah, Dan Kurema, yeah.
Yeah, well, all those guys, a very wonderful community, Catholic community, Kenyan community, social community, wa Kenya pamoja, right? Yeah, nice. Anyway, thank you. Tonight we had the pleasure of having 2 wonderful ladies, Ruth and Maggie. God bless
and
you.
I can rock my scar kidogo.
Yeah,
nice.
That's the scar,
Yeah.
and that's the pacemaker.
Oh, it's not inside?
It's inside, but that's where they
Oh, the
cut.
scars, rice, nice. Wonderful. Sawa. Now
This is the open
continue.
heart one, and now this is where the pacemaker was
yeah.
put.
Yeah, now continued. I know it's a journey, it's a process.
Yes, yes, yes.
You know, honestly, let's thank God we are Kenyans, and let's thank God we're also in America. Some of these services are like second to none, right?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, and since because of time, hatuwezi endelea, but promise.
But then it's all right.
Thank
We'll
you.
do a follow-up.
Another one. I appreciate you guys. Wonderful family. God bless you. Na tuko pamoja.
God bless you too, and thank you so much.
God bless you too. Asanteni sana.
Okay, bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Well, bye for now. Salimia mom tena.
Ah.
Bye now. Thanks.
Bye.
Right. Good job.